Welcome back to the body language analysis of a mafia boss. And yeah, I know it's not a real mafia boss, but there are a lot of body language experts behind this character, so Michael Cologne really seems like a real mafia boss. So we can steal some body language from him and use it in our real life so we let that mob boss hang out sometimes. Enjoy.
Now the price.
First thing I just want to note real quick is the way he's sitting, okay? He's obviously leant back in his chair, okay? That just shows that he's laid back, he's relaxed. I don't know the full scene. If this talk has been gone for a while, it actually has another meaning. So, for example, if you talk to your boss, and after some while of talking, he just starts leaning back. Not much movement anymore. He just follows you with your eyes, okay? That's his way to show that he's uninterested, that he's you know, probably even mad at something that you said, something disliked that you said. So if you see him doing this or see anyone doing this, kind of think to yourself and think of something that you might have said that upset him. That's a real interesting fact right here.
Price for the license is less than $20,000. Am I right?
That's right.
Now, why would I ever consider paying more?
Also, have a look at how his left side of his head here is kind of in the camera. Okay, he's not sitting central, so both of his sides are kind of in the camera equally. It's only his left side, okay, and that actually has a reason. For a lot of people, their left side of the head is more attractive. They think it's more attractive, and that actually has a reason. I learned this a couple days ago, because the left side of your head is connected to the right side of the brain, and that for some reason makes you think that your left side is more attractive. So I also think that my left side of the head is face is more attractive. Maybe you think that as well. This is the reason for it, and that's probably also the reason why he's sitting like this. So if you're in a conversation and you just want to look more aesthetic, or probably even be more confident because you only show your good side, just sitting slightly with your left side to the dude you're talking with makes it a lot better, right?
More than that. Because I intend to.
And then have a look at the difference here, okay? You can see how he's crossed his legs over another, right? That's a submissive move. As a man, don't do it, all right? You see a lot of women do it, partly because they have no problem there because there's nothing, between the legs kind of disturbing it. But still, as a man, don't do it. It's not only uncomfortable off the time, it's also a submissive move. And another thing he does is he holds on to his legs here, both hands, which is again a bad move because he's making himself smaller here, right? Kind of holding on to his legs, kind of compromising himself here, takes up less space because of it. So not a real good look for him. Okay, he could fix his body language way better. Probably just the movie directors just want to show us that he's not the man in charge here. He's not the big man here, but the mafia boss is. So that's just again the difference in body language right there.
Squeeze you. I don't like your kind of people. I don't like to see you come out to this clean country.
And also notice how his face is more central. Okay, you can see both sides of his head. This is the other option. It's just, I think it would have looked better if you can only see the left side of his head, but it's obviously hard to do. But usually the left side of the face is more attractive, or at least you yourself think it's more attractive.
And your oily hair. Dressed up in those silk suits. You try to pass yourselves off as decent Americans. I'll do business with you, but the fact is that I despise you.
And also have a look at how he's insulting them, like severely insulting them here, pretty much insulting everything they stand for. But he's doing it in a very, very cool manner where he's just talking slowly, controlled. It's not in a I hate all of you, I hate this whole world, fuck everyone. It's just like, yeah, I despise you, I despise the way your hair looks, I despise the way this and this is. It's just way cool. Okay, it's a big difference in just saying it. The message itself could be this exact same, but it could be just comes across so differently the way you say it. Okay, just if you should insult someone, stay cool with it. All right, just talk slowly. If you also talk in general, don't get upset. Don't talk in an emotional manner. It's just instantly you get less respect for it, because it's just like, all right, this man is just going 100% and emotionality here is just, what the fuck is he doing? All right, why should I be serious about him? Okay, just not a good move, but he's doing it very well here. Right, just notice this.
Masquerade. The dishonest way you pose yourself and your whole fucking family.
Also have a look at how, this is the death stare right here, right? This is just mad staring at him like, okay, wow, thank you. But also how his body language hasn't switched up at all. He's sitting the exact same way. He's still leaned back. He's still relaxed. His body language hasn't switched at all. And he's just holding strong eye contact the whole time he was talking. And not being emotional as well, okay? He's not like, oh yeah, you insult me. Yeah, you're great, bold man. Your wife is fat and ugly. No, he just stays cool here, okay? And that just makes the whole thing way, way more professional, way better, right? If you get annoyed by any slight insult or big insult and get emotional in an instant, it's just a bad look for you, alright? Also, look at this slow blink here, right? This was like a 2 second blink. Okay, most of the time it's like milliseconds blink. That was a very slow blink. Just have a look at this. That was slow as hell, okay? Again, moving at his own pace shows that he's really not affected. He's just completely unfazed by it. He doesn't let his emotions hang out. He's just like, alright, insult me, I don't care. Then moving at his own pace, blink just shows that big men move at their own pace. Remember that. And what he's doing now is looking down. He's probably looking at some object that's on his table or something, but it's usually not a good look. Okay, submissive, try to avoid it.
Senator.
And then also just a short, cool, staying cool here. And while he's saying it, he's holding strong eye contact. That's also a very good way. If you want to emphasize your point, holding eye contact while saying it is just a great way to emphasize it. So let's say all the time you looked away, saying, oh, I really like you, I was glad that I met you, to a woman, for example, and you say, because you're beautiful, and then you start holding eye contact. When you say, because you're beautiful, that just emphasizes the point way, way stronger, makes the person receiving it like, oh, okay, he really means that now. That's a great way to do it.
We're both part of the same hypocrisy.
And also here, just slight nod the whole time. Okay, just kind of want to bring across the point here that I think that nods are one of the best ways to kind of exchange for a smile. A lot of men smile too often. Showing your teeth too often is submissive. Nodding is a great way to just exchange that, alright?
But never think it applies to my family.
All right.
Have a look at how he stands up here, okay? That's very important. Standing up is a very, very powerful way to just having good body language. Look at that.
All right.
All the time before, he was taking up this little space, okay? All the time he was kind of, grabbing onto his legs, taking up as little space as possible, pretty much. Now have a look. Just by standing up here and kind of flaring his arms out. This arm is in the dark, so you can't probably see it, but it's like around this, alright? I think that makes sense. Around. I'm not a fucking artist, alright? But instantly he's taking up so much more space. That's just insane. That's pretty much twice the space he was taking up before. That's just the magic of standing up in a big way, okay? Great way to do it is to kind of hold on to your knees. So if your knees are here, you just kind of grab it on it with your hands and then just let your arms flare out there. Instantly you create a lot of space, okay? Just use that to your advantage. Stand up slowly also. moving at your own pace. Great way, great body language here of him.
Right. Some people have to play little games. You play yours.
Here, look at that. That was what I was saying with the emphasizing your point. Okay, look at how he's looking away with the not so important informations, and then as soon as it got important, he starts holding eye contact. Just have a look at this. All right.
Yours.
This is pretty much a threat. All right, and because he's not like, oh, this threat is not. I don't mean it really. So he's not looking away. By looking straight at him, holding strong eye contact, and kind of getting this cannon right in his face here, pretty much, applying this threat, he just shows that he means it, alright? He's serious about it, he's not joking. Okay, that's the power of holding strong eye contact to emphasize your point.
So let's just say that you'll pay me because it's in your interest to pay me. But I want your answer in the money by noon tomorrow. And one more thing. Don't you come.
Alright, just again, okay? I need to say it another time because his body language hasn't switched up at all. He just got threatened, probably with death. He just, look at this face, okay? He's completely unfazed, unbothered. He does not care. Or at least he shows that he doesn't care. Maybe he does care, but his face doesn't, apply that. It's insane, okay? He's just completely unbothered, and these kind of skills are very important in real life. And also notice the gesture here, the finger pointer with one finger. It's aggressive move, alright? In this situation, the best way of pointing at someone, because it's just, a lot of people see this gesture as very negative. Nobody likes to be pointed at with one finger. So by doing this here, it's just a lot more aggressive. It's not really, Michael Cologne doesn't like it. If it's not in a situation where you threaten someone, I hope you don't get into this situation. But if you're in a situation, I hope you are the one threatening someone. But again, if you just want to be pointing at someone in a nice way, do it with your whole hand. So it's like not one finger, it's just like the whole hand. So here are the fingers. I'm a horrible artist. But you kind of get the point, okay? The hand doesn't look like this, but you understand the point. So it's the whole hand, okay? That's seen as more positive, because one finger is like, I think it was 80% of the people dislike the gesture, really dislike it, and then the other one was like, yeah, it's seen as more positive. So if you want to say, hey, can you give me this, please, and point at someone while doing it, do it with your whole hand. It's just seen as more positive.
Contact me again, ever. From now on, you deal with Turnbull. Open the door, son.
Here again, using the one pointer to open the door, son. Very aggressive manner. It's an interesting gesture he uses. It's not a good gesture if you want to seem nice, but in this situation, it's probably the best you can use.
Senator, you can have my answer now if you like.
And then here, alright, the slow smirk here, okay? Smirks, I told you that a nod is a great way to exchange a smile because you're not showing your teeth. Smirk is also a great option, okay?
My offer is this. Nothing.
Then here, just, a cool little line, but again, just no change in the body language. I don't need to mark it. You see it, he's the exact same as at the beginning of the clip. You can get all the way back. You see that he's exactly the same. He's unfazed in every kind of body language you can analyze here, right? There's no changing up. He just stays cool. That's what you can learn here.
Not even the fee for the gaming license, which I would appreciate if you would put up personally.
Here also kind of the eyebrows going down here. I think everybody can read this. You don't need to be a body language pro to read this. It's discomfort. It's just anger. Kind of disliking is probably the best way to just analyze this.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Hey, I didn't know you were out here. Honey, we have to go get...
Alright. I think there were again a lot of gems here, a lot of things you can learn. I hope you enjoyed. And this phase of Bakeman is soon will be over, so body language will soon be over. There will be no body language videos after this phase is over. So if you want to have a particular topic or a character you really want to see in these videos, let me know and I will do it. But as soon as this phase is over, no more body language. Next phase, you'll see. Stay big, man.